All right, during the 4th of July holiday weekend, we take a look at the house of one of the signers of the Declaration of Independence. News Channel 6's John Lynn has more in this week's Your Hometown Stories.
Just off Walton Way in Augusta is a piece of history that has many stories to tell about George Walton.
This is George Walton's farmhouse. He built this home in 1792. He had moved to Augusta in about 1786 or 7. We're not really sure. He owned property both in Savannah and in Augusta.
George Walton became one of the leading activists in Georgia. He was on the colony's first Council of Safety and soon became its secretary, then president. In February 1776, Walton was appointed to the Continental Congress. Because of his position in the state militia, he was delayed in leaving Georgia, but finally arrived in Philadelphia in late June 1776, only a few days before the formal approval of the Declaration of Independence on July 4th. At the age of 26, Walton was the youngest man to sign the Declaration. Inside Walton's farmhouse, you'll find lots of history as well as information on the other two Declaration of Independence signers from Georgia. You can learn more about George Walton and his many duties, including his term in the Continental Congress, being colonel of the 1st Georgia Militia, governor of Georgia, U.S. Congress, and U.S. Senator.
Walton really did shape the early history of this state. You will get him perhaps in Georgia history, but to come here, you get to see what he looked like, where he lived.
Walton's farmhouse is modest to say the least, but it's in great shape and many people visit the home year-round from Europe, the Northeast, as well as Georgia and South Carolina. It is easy to envision life as it would have been some 200 years ago for George, his wife Dorothy, and their two sons, Thomas Camber and George Walton Jr. A visit to Meadow Garden includes a tour of the 1790 to 1804 house, showing period furnishings, a look at Walton family memorabilia, plantings of flowers, fruits, and shrubbery of the period, porcelains, paintings, primitive household equipment, and lots more.
We treasure it very much, the Daughters of the American Revolution, and want everybody in Georgia to come and visit and to get to know about our signers.
Meadow Garden and the George Walton home. So much history right in your hometown. For Your Hometown Stories, I'm John Lynn.